What's up, guys? I am back, and this time I am doing another review, and it will be on IK Multimedia's T-Rex Custom Shop. Now, I can't help but smile because, like I said in the introduction video, I argued so hard with my brother and my friends and my cousins and other people that I do music with that were singling this out and saying that this was the best. That's very bold, but for people to say that, you have to check it out. So what I did was I actually checked it out, and immediately, just by playing with it on the laptop, I bought it, and this is why. Okay. Now, the T-Rex series in general, T-Rex was just like a compressor limiter, standalone and VST plugin, And, when I first played with it or whatnot, I had no clue about compression or anything at the level I was at that particular time. That's why I had argued with them a week ago about this. But however, now that I know what I know, I can humbly apologize to IK Multimedia because they did a fantastic job, and they got my $200 immediately, and they probably will get yours after this. And what this is basically is a mixing and mastering suite all in one. Now, it comes as standalone. It works on both Mac and PC. It works in every DAW imaginable. It darn sure works in FL Studio. So boom, because I tell you, Waves plugins just now are able to work in FL Studio, so it made this much more easier that it already works in FL Studio. So, and I'm going to just go ahead and play an example real quick before I get more into it. So we have this track. Don't mind the name of it. Just expect the unexpected. It's just something in the works. Oops. And let me go ahead and go to screen cam. Kill some of that. And I'm going to add the T-Rex in. So right now, what I have in there, and let me go ahead and detach this. Make sure it's detached. No, it's not. I didn't. What I'm gonna do is, and I think it would benefit me if I actually did it from there. So I have it bypassed. I'm gonna play the track. So what this is I already kind of talked about it in the last video. If you actually watched the Dr. Dre video, then you know that we had talked about mid-to-side compression and how to get that big sound. Yeah. So what this is right here is, once again, it's the Teletronics. It's an emulation of the Teletronics amplifier 2A, and the 2A is a classic compressor limiter. It's used on many albums that have great mixes at that. Just slapping this on there automatically gives it a color and fixation, and watch how loud this shit gets. So I'm gonna bypass it again without the distortion. So I got it matching more or less to the actual volume. And things I want to point out. As you can see the bass is hitting past. Yeah, I know that's past 0 dB, and I'm pretty sure it's probably plus something. But you actually can see where what is peaking. You have your phase where you can see the phase, and then you have a spectrum here. And for all purposes, you can turn it on and off. You can even go through the settings here and see different kinds of peak meter. And you have loudness suggestion and stuff like that as well. of the vintage gear that you get within the $200 package. It has their own characteristics. They're emulated. Their faithful emulations are the closest we're gonna get to a faithful emulation of their $30,000 predecessors that barely any studios have, except for like the best of the best, maybe like Abbey Road, and I don't even think Tree Sounds have it. And Tree Sounds, I darn sure know that I have not seen a Black 76 or Teletronics in Patchworks. If I could be wrong, I've only been in the main room like about 50 times. But yeah, vintage gear. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna dial in submit the side. So I'm gonna work with the side real quick. Holy God. And I see we're in mid to side mode, so you actually can hear, what you're working with as far as your side part. And we're just gonna take a little listen on that. Scary. Halloween. Ooh, I'm excited about this track. But yeah. One of the drawbacks that I don't like about this is, you usually could double tap and set and reset it, whatever the original setting is, but I give it a pass. I mean, it has a reset button, I can reset it, but I'm not going to reset it because I'm working on mid to side. And then here's all the middles. Vicious. I'll dial that back. Reset this real quick. Rework mid to side real quick. Bypass, so I haven't done anything to this, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. Perhaps I just want to it's a little too much. So this is a more subtle mix right here, subtle way of using the white 2A amplifier. So I'm just gonna, just go ahead. I'm gonna bypass that again. So that's without it. Then you get, and then going into it, you actually check the signal chain. So the one that's working right now is this right here. So if I go to B, that's what's working. So you can actually see what is working, what's not working. You know what I'm saying? So and from there, if whatever's your personal preference, which one you like, you go from there. And and this is basically what this is right here. You get, if you go to 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B, etc., that's the way you parallel chain. Now, for whatever reason, I mean, you can if your mix or whatever you're trying to go into doing, if that acquires that, then by all means go ahead and do that in a mix. And now I'm not trying to teach like mixing. I'm actually just talking about T-Rex. But by all means, if it does, go ahead and experiment. But the what I'm trying to drive at is that T-Rex gives you a chance to do that. I mean, and this is quintessentially, optimized for it. As you see on this track, is not as system heavy as I'm recording. The last video that I actually did, it was kind of crackly, but I was using Relayer. Relayer is a 6 gigabyte VST effect, and it's a delay at that. But even then, when I don't record or whatever, my laptop is more than prepared for it. But it's almost time for that 6th gen i7. Well, it is time for it. But anyways, essentially this is this, but with more detail. If you catch my drift, like you're actually paralleling this versus just stacking it serially, downwards. And this is the serial part of it. So I'm just gonna go back and I'm just gonna play the track again. You see how detrimental that is. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to go a step further, and on my C chain, as far as my comparison chain, I'm gonna go ahead and add another dynamic. So while I'm actually have this open, the $200 package does not come with the stealth limiter. The stealth limiter you actually have to pay for is $124. Last one of the videos, I think in the intro video, I said it was $50. No, $124, but it's on sale, and they have like a 50% off sale. So 30% off sale. So don't misquote me on audiodeluxe.com, but it's also $199 right now, 50% off on IK Multimedia's website. So check it out. But anyways, this particular package comes with your standard stuff that you would usually get, but it comes with the Black 76, which is the black one I was working with, and then the white 2A, which is the other Teletron. And then it also has, where is it at? Yeah, and then it comes with the British channel. And let's pull up the British channel, shall we? Now, the British channel is a emulation of the SSL 4000. Yeah. And once again, you have some pretty flexible things just by putting it on the channel. You automatically get a flavor. Bypass it right here. In which you get, if you feel that you need more lows, in general, it's not my cup of tea to actually EQ like a master in general. I find that to be, just a side tip that is, it's not very helpful down the long road, especially when you're kind of collectively doing it, because loudness actually is what your main goal is. EQing is supposed to be subtle, but this particular EQ is a classic. You have all kinds of things that you can do with it. And then you can mid-decide it as well. But you have your This, you have your low shelf, your low mid shelf, high mid shelf, high, and then you have your compressor expansion gates. I mean, it literally, you could actually route the compressor into the shelving and vice versa. As a default, it is EQ first and then your gate and your compression, but you can reverse that. You can reverse polarity if you want to reverse your polarity. You can even filter, which for some reason I always mess this up. And I'll filter side chaining right there. As you can hear, I'm filtering out the high frequencies, and I'll put it back in. Now it's high. It's not as it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent filter, but that's the characteristic of that. What else you got? You got other EQs that you could work with if you want to, if EQing is your thing. This particular EQ does not come with it. You actually have to pay for this, and this is $62 for this. But in general, $62 for a mastering EQ that not everybody has access to. That's meant for subtleness. That's nothing. Especially when you just get the whole entire when you get the $200 package. I believe there is a $300 package, but I went and got the 200 because as soon as I saw that had the classic stuff, I was cool with that. And, but yeah, it's very good. I mean, it's probably one of the best purchases I've ever made. If I literally would have known about this any earlier this year, I would have got this and cared nothing for extra VST, like a VST synth, because I'm a sound designer. I mean, anyways, that's basically it. That's all I wanted to show. I already went to too much detail, and it's a very lengthy review. I highly recommend this. I mean, I can't repeat how much I recommend this, but I highly recommend this. Once again, the standalone, you can actually pull up your own, you pull up MP3s, waves, and you can mix them in there. I highly recommend that you use WAV files if you're gonna master like an album. You can master your whole entire album, commit fades, cut-ins, adjust, and then choose a file format and spit it out, and it'll be ready for the world to hear. Very professional tool this is. I mean, there's other things out in the market that literally shortchange you. And there's things out in the market that are as good, and argumentatively comparably good that cost more. So keep that in mind. So if you like this video, give it a like. If you have any comments, please, leave a comment. Ask me more questions about this, and I will fill you in. Check out the description box if you're wanting to buy this, because if it was up to me, I would buy this again. So, this is the first time seeing this video by me. I'm DJ McCree. Check out other videos. I have more in my playlist of other reviews that you might want to check out. Please do. All kinds of good exclusive stuff that other people haven't reviewed yet at that juicy stuff. But yeah, so, check me out. Subscribe. I'm DJ McCree, and I am out.